Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Okay, and expired whoop whoop today. As you can see, we are still not in the arena due to the wildfires in Los Angeles, but of course we had to bring you your favorite show. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us. Gil, I see you rocking the Rams shoulder pads. Oh, y'all got that big win Monday night.
2025 champs.
Of the National Football League?
Yeah. We represent, baby. We representing. We're about to sweep it. Who won? The Dodgers won, right?
The Dodgers did win the World Series. They
Rams,
defeated the
Lakers.
Yankees. Okay.
Rams, Lakers. What?
Representing Tough Crowd University, we got Mr. B, Brandon Jennings in the building.
You know what time it is?
Mr. B been doing a lot of press lately in regards to those Celtics comments. We will see if we stand firm on there.
You know what time it is. You see behind me greatness. Toughness.
We got WNBA champion of the world, Lexi Brown, will be joining us momentarily. She's dealing with some technical difficulties, but we got to give Lexi her love. And she
That's the WNBA. That's the WNBA money, boy. That check in here.
Stop, girl.
The WNBA Wi-Fi a little bit different. Get that Starlink. And the man known as Cemetery Larry, Rashad McCants, is in the house. So, Mr. Cemetery Larry, I see you over there. You said you had switched your allegiance in free agency. You went over to the Knicks, rocking the Boston Celtics jersey. What is the motivation behind rocking that jersey today?
No, I'm just paying allegiance to the second toughest Boston Celtics superstar in Celtics history, Mr. Kevin Garnett.
Okay, shout out to KG. See you rocking the Eagles hat. You got a big matchup with Gil's Rams.
Yeah. We got a big matchup. It's not really a matchup, but we're gonna breeze through this because I got this amulet from Doctor Strange.
Uh-oh.
And he told me the future.
So the future not looking bright in Los Angeles as we've seen.
No.
But shout out to the Rams for getting the victory for us. Much needed win. We needed that dub.
What are you talking about?
What?
Like, why would you throw that hate on? We won. What does that got to do with the Eagles?
I said the Rams giving us a much needed win.
Oh, okay.
Rams play the Eagles next round, Gil.
See, they already
Come on, Gil.
Yeah, Gil.
You a Rams fan?
That's the whole reason they're gonna lose.
I don't mean
Right
to look
there.
at the schedule.
Right there. Right there.
Yeah, okay. It's over.
Right there.
It's
It's
over.
over.
It's over.
It's over.
I just bought it gear and
Anytime
cheer.
Gilbert rooting for your team, y'all watch out.
That's a bar right
It's
there.
over.
Buy the gear and cheer. That's all we got to do.
Bought it gear and cheer.
But here's what's cracking.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Watch party now then.
Are we gonna get? We will be back in the arena soon. Let's get it cracking,
Yeah,
Gil.
watch party then. What day is it on?
What day is that? Sunday? I don't know. Saturday? Shit, one of them days. Sunday.
I'm
Yeah.
hungry, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But here's what's cracking in the virtual arena today. Draymond Green says only bad teams mortgage their future to win now. But with the Warriors dipping below 500 and Steph in the twilight of his career, is it time to reconsider that mentality? The Lakers returned to the court Monday and proceeded to lose their second straight game. What's the biggest issue plaguing the purple and gold right now? And Anthony Edwards and Cade Cunningham are two of the league's brightest young stars. But which one would you pick to build your franchise around for the long term? But before we get into all that, as always, the show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead, download the app, use promo code GIL. You get $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. So normally we do GIL partner packs, but for tonight, Mr. B has some picks up in his partner pack on the Underdog app. So let's take a quick look. You got SGA, higher 29.5 points. The Thunder are at the Sixers. You got Darius Garland, higher 19.5 points. The Cavs are at the Pacers. You also have Evan Mobley, higher 7.5 rebounds, also at the Pacers. Mr. B, I noticed you did not do a pick'em for Cavs' number one option, Donovan Mitchell. But how you feeling about your pick'em for tonight? You did?
I did do one. Yeah. I got Donovan. I got Donovan Mitchell higher 3.5 points in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, in the first, okay, you showing some love to the Cavs' number one option, Donovan Mitchell as well. Not sure if that's on your partner pack, but You
The
know,
switch up is real though.
we all hear multiple pickups. We all
Switch up is real. I'm trying to
The
win some
switch
money.
up is real, man. The
Hey,
switch up
I'm
is
trying to win
real.
some money. Man,
That number one option looking real favorable on them pickings, huh?
yeah, the Cavs
I
number
just,
one
I just,
option.
the first 5 minutes.
I'm just asking, man. That's all.
Okay, we'll see. Well, if you
There's a
like,
lot of other people on the team. You know what I'm saying? Donovan Mitchell's one of them guys you gotta look forward to, huh?
I mean, I got Darius Garland higher 21 points.
okay, like you got him higher 19.5
Lexi.
points. You got the good Lexi back in the building, WNBA champion of the world. Lexi Brown got the Wi-Fi sorted out. Get that Starlink, Lex.
No,
Mm.
my laptop just crashed, so
Uh
Mm.
I told y'all. I told you it
sorry.
was the WNBA check, girl. You got to get you an Apple now. You get.
I have one.
No, this
Look,
year's.
look it. I put all my stickers and everything.
oh.
Look at this
No,
one's my favorite.
He said this year.
You're my person or the Jalen Brown? Oh, the Jalen Brown.
That's insane.
That
Lex,
Jalen Brown,
Lex,
Josiah,
Oh, that's D Brown. My
Let's
bad.
Brown.
and then
I'm
me.
fucking up. I'm fucking up.
Yeah, we see.
Fucking up in the front.
Hey,
Lex,
it might
What?
be Jalen Brown
That
over there.
Wi-Fi, Lex. That Wi-Fi. All I seen was a 7. I didn't see the eyes
It
covered.
might, it
All
might
I
be
seen was a
Jalen Brown.
7.
Y'all been
It might,
disrespecting the Brown name the last few days.
I knew
Now
it was one
first
of them
Gelo,
Browns. It was one of them
first
Browns.
Gelo, now you.
I'm sorry
for
to D
me,
Brown.
I've been disrespecting the Brown name. It just ain't your side of the Brown. It's another Brown.
Mr. Brown, we have nothing but respect for you and the Brown family. We appreciate you for allowing Lexi to be on the show. I apologize for that error. All right, it's dramatic out here in LA right now. I'm just trying to get my mind right. But if you want audio version of the show, you can get them on Apple, Spotify. But we much rather have you watch us on YouTube. And we will be back in the arena soon doing live shows once again. We appreciate everybody, all of our fans, for checking in with us. You know, we're going to get these episodes up as quick as we can. We appreciate y'all watching, supporting the show. All right, but let's get into it. So last week we told you about the banger called Tweaker by LiAngelo Ball, a.k.a. G3. Well, yesterday, Shams made his first ever rap contract report, tweeting, LiAngelo Ball has signed a deal with Def Jam and Universal Music Group. A representative from his label, Born to Ball Music Group, says sources said the deal is worth as much as $13 million with $8 million guaranteed and gives Ball full ownership of music and his own record label. Let's give a round of applause here for Gelo. Out here doing it. We never, our love for you never wavered, Gelo. We knew that you were special too. We knew you know, the Ball family's gonna go 3 for 3. So Tweaker went viral, and Gelo has turned that buzz into a bag from one of the biggest hip hop labels of all time. So Brandon, are you planning to support Gelo's rap career?
For sure. I mean, his dad is 3 for 3 right now. You know, he said his son was going to be one of the greatest rappers ever. So right now, I'm rolling. I'm rolling with everything. I just got to see that contract.
Yeah, you know, 360. Let's get that. We need.
Oh,
No, I'm saying if he gets to own his full ownership of his music, I think that's a great deal from his standpoint. Shout out to Gelo, Ball family, for negotiating. Shout out for Lonzo out there ghostwriting, giving his little bro all the love and support.
yeah. And he just got booked for Rolling Loud, too, so that's fire.
Yeah, we will be there, courtesy of Underdog.
For sure.
Ready to make that announcement for us. Underdog will be sending us to Rolling Loud
We're
here
going
in
to
LA.
Rolling Loud?
We are now. They can't.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, once we stayed on the show, they can't
yeah.
take it back.
No, they can't take it back.
They can't take it back. VIP, PP.
Yep, Saturday and
We
Sunday.
in there.
We are in there. Underdog will give y'all some content.
Oh my
Y'all got some
gosh.
pick'ems. Whatever we got to do. Shad, I see you over there. How do you feel about Gelo signing that $8 to $13 million record deal with Universal Music Group and Def Jam?
Congratulations.
Okay.
Congratulations. I didn't get none of it, so I can't be too happy, but you know.
I understand. Me
You
either.
feel me?
Are you
Congratulations.
Are you rolling with Tweaker though? You like the song?
It's cool, you know. I think we just needed a little turn in the direction musically since we just watched the beat down we never seen before. So I think everybody's still traumatized from the beat down. So you can kind of everybody can just throw some music out there, and we waiting for something. So
Okay.
that's something that's gonna stick right now. So until somebody throws some new stuff out.
So we're going to talk about that beatdown in just a moment, but let's get back to Gelo, a.k.a. G3. So as someone pointed out, with Gelo now inking a multi-million-dollar record deal, big baller brand architect LeVar Ball is now 3 for 3 when it comes to producing highly successful sons. We always knew Gelo was going to be successful. Just took a little bit longer than Lonzo and LaMelo. Some may not agree with his methods, but they cannot deny the results. Gil, can we officially say LeVar Ball never lost?
Never lost, right? Just one took a little bit longer than it was supposed to, but he has officially made 3 millionaires.
Shout out to LeVar Ball family.
Hey, hold on. Let me see. Can y'all hear that?
Good to see. No.
Y'all couldn't hear it?
What is it?
Oh, there we go.
Hey, yeah.
Shout out to the Ball family, man.
Shout out to the entire Ball family, LeVar, Tina, Lonzo, Gelo, Melo, any other Ball brothers that may be out there that we don't know about. And we're going to keep wishing them all the best. So Shy, you talk...
talent, man. That's talent, dog. Training your whole life for ball and then just drifting, become a millionaire and something else, man. You know, you got to be... I know LeVar's proud, of the boys, man. All that hard work paid off, even if it's not where you wanted it to be. They paid off, though.
And Gil, our producer, wanted to give you a shout out for sticking to the 8-second rule with music. Okay, that was about 4.5 seconds. We well under the 8-second mark.
Yeah. That ain't YouTube's high, baby. We good. We good, baby. I know my YouTube rights.
So Shy, you talked about the biggest beatdown in music history. We're going to get into that right now. So Steph Curry and Drake were chopping it up. You might remember that during the beef with Kendrick last year, K-Dot mentioned both LeBron and Steph on Meet the Grams, telling them to keep the family away from Drake. So LeBron also attended Kendrick's pop-out concert on Juneteenth here in Los Angeles at the Fabulous Forum and has been seen rapping Kendrick lyrics during notable events such as the Olympics and his 40th birthday party back in December. So Drake recently dropped the Fighting Irish freestyle where he talked about his dissolved relationship with LeBron. There's also been other members of the black media, giving indications and talking about, just nasty allegations out there that we will not support. But apparently Drake and Steph are still good, though. Lexi, do you care about any of Drake's issues with Kendrick in the year our Lord 2025?
No. I didn't really care before. Don't care now. I love Drake. Everyone knows I love Drake. K-Dot is cool. I like his music, but I don't I'm not tapped into this rap beef. I just like the music. I'm just here for the vibes, but I'm not here for disrespecting people that have nothing to do with what the rap beef got going on. So I'm
Okay.
not with that. But again, it's just music. So I mean, if people want to believe lyrics, they can. You don't have to. It's just a song. But
So we still
I'm
got the
with
Super
that
Bowl
beef.
only a few weeks away. Super Bowl is coming. Obviously, Kendrick is doing the halftime performance, so we will see what ends up happening in that show. But Shad, what do you think about Steph staying out of the beef, supporting both sides, giving love to Drake out in Toronto?
I would say a lot of people need to stay away from him. They don't want their secrets out in the public.
Uh-oh. That's why they're secret. They're not supposed to be public.
Yeah, so somebody gonna snitch on somebody, huh?
There have been talk of some snitching going on.
Hey, I need you to choose. I need you to choose sides, or I'm gonna tell them what we was doing tonight. Make sure you come over here and shake my hand, homie.
Shake my hand, show me love. All right, well, let's talk about the Warriors now. So after a promising 12-3 start to the season, seemed like the Dubs were capable of contending in the West, or at least some thought that. I was always praying on their downfall. Happy to see that it is finally coming into fruition. But after a loss to the Raptors last night, the Dubs have now dropped 4 of their last 5 games. They're 19-20 on the season, 12th in the West, right behind the Spurs. It also marks the first time the Warriors have fallen under 500 this season. Shad, are the Warriors a bad team, or can they turn it around?
I mean, I've already said they were cooked from the beginning of the season. You can't expect good energy with the bad energy you surrounded yourself with for the past 2.5 years. So, yeah, it's a burning building. They're gonna have to restart, and if they don't do it right away, they're gonna do it without pieces that they actually need.
Yeah, you did say that Kuminga needs to get away as fast as he can. Brandon, when you look at this Warrior squad, obviously 19-20 right now, struggling 12th in the West, do you feel like they can bounce back from this and be a legit contender in the Western Conference?
Nah, they cooked. It's a wrap. Like Shah said, they're gonna have to figure out the way to rebuild. But where do you start if you want to rebuild right now? Who got to go?
Who gotta
You
go?
know, like what makes sense for the future. I mean, because right now, I mean, you're just cooked at this point. Like it's not like you're not gonna be able to get out the West. The younger teams, they moving faster. It's just yeah, you ain't got enough right now. So
Hmm.
you're gonna have to figure out who's gonna be that move to open up for the future.
Steph Curry.
And
Yeah. So it's been a drop off. So 23-24, they were 10th. 22-23, they were 6th in the West. They are 12th now currently. Gil, when you look at this Warrior squad, even Steph Curry has said that the team is mid right now, and they need to figure this out as quick as they can. Do you think this is a bad team, or can they turn it around?
I mean, as long as you got Steph and Draymond and the veterans, they can turn it around. Most of the teams they lost to were good teams. I mean, besides, Toronto and Miami Heat. So I think they need to officially let Kuminga know he is option two. Right? I think the problem is they're still trying to figure out who is the second best player on the team. Right? They don't have enough scoring to keep up with anybody. And Steph is getting a little older, so Kuminga might have to go as the number one option for a little bit and really use his youth to just push the tempo a little bit. But averaging 16 on a team like this, nah, you can be selfish right now. Like there's been enough games and you guys are where you guys are to say, hey, go out there and just do you and see what happens.
do they have anybody on this team that's capable of even being a number two?
Kuminga.
And Gil, you said that you think Kuminga could be a number one option at times. Do you really believe that? I mean, for how long?
Because he.
I just asked the questions at home.
Hey, that was a funny ass question. Do you really? He don't believe nothing he say, man. He just be saying shit.
Gil, are you just chatting right now?
No, because he's so aggressive. Every
Okay.
time Steph or Draymond wasn't there, he balled out. He held the team together.
Yeah.
He scored. So I think he's so young that he still respects his elders, and he sacrifices his game a little bit. And we need to see what he can really do. So give him a guaranteed 18 to 22 shots for like a month and see what he has. Where he has the confidence. You got the green light. Let's see what you got.
I mean, he
I,
should
I,
already have the confidence though. It ain't nothing out there.
I have a
He doesn't.
question.
He got benched this year. Or you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So
exactly
we
the
don't
point
know.
that's exactly the point I was just about to make. If he got benched this year, that was a key indicator that he made something of that benching. He said something about it. He didn't feel comfortable about being benched. Then they started letting him play. Then he started showing his worth. Then they benched him again. Like at what point do you as a player, you kind of try to compartmentalize these emotions when they playing with your name? And you have to, like you saying, he sacrificed it. I don't think he accepted that at all. And I think he forced them to put him in position because who else you gonna give it to? You just you guys are not giving it to Clay, and I'm here with Clay, and y'all playing with me, and y'all playing with him, and we losing in the same breath. So then you get rid of him. I'm thinking y'all not gonna play with me no more. Y'all gonna let me rock, and then you start playing with me with somebody else. So it's not fair to even say he's sacrificing because I don't think that's the case. I think he
Sacri-
was
sacri-
he was forced to do that shit.
Sacrificing to Curry, not coming off the bench sacrificing to Curry. If Curry's on the floor, he's passing the ball to Curry instead of just going to get his own. That's what I mean by sacrificing. Like when he's actually taking 20 shots, 34, 34, 26, 20, 20, 33. Like he's balling. It's the days where he's not aggressive and he's only stopping at 12 shots, 11 shots, 10 shots.
But do you really think that's just him deferring, or you just think he's just not consistent?
I think
How can you be consistent when your coach is benching you and he playing you and he benching you and he playing you? You asking for something, then there's no consistency in my check.
I mean,
Are
is
you
that
gonna
not? I mean,
pay me for my consistency?
I mean, shouldn't Kaminga be wondering why they're not preparing him to be the next up? Because Steph is
Yeah,
almost done. So the way Steve Kerr is playing with him, it's not giving, I'm
yeah,
about to give you the keys. So
facts.
I feel like he should be looking at Steve Kerr like, do you want me here? Or do you not want me here?
Yep,
Because I could be playing hard, auditioning for another team because
Exactly.
it's
facts,
not looking like they're trying to give him the keys at all.
facts.
Not at all. Not even
you
letting him
can't.
borrow the whip.
You got to take them keys.
No facts. He gonna have to take them,
Or
but I
that,
don't.
yeah.
Well, it's looking like that. So, we talked about should the Warriors make a move, bolster this roster. Draymond missed last night's game due to an illness, marking his second straight missed game. In a story released before yesterday's game, Draymond told Yahoo Sports senior reporter Vince Goodwill he doesn't think the Warriors need to leverage the future to make a move right now. So Draymond said, quote, "The beautiful part about being in the space that we're in is Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, and myself all disagree with mortgaging off the future of this organization, saying that we're going for it right now. Bad teams do that. Bad organizations do that. We're not neither one." So Warriors head coach Steve Kerr echoed these sentiments recently, saying, "That's the hard part in addressing all this stuff. We're not giving in, but you have to be realistic organizationally about where you are, and you have to mind what's coming ahead in the future. I probably won't be around, but I would tell you, if this organization gave away the next 6 or 7 drafts for a wild swing, that would be the most irresponsible thing that they could do." So, Gil, do you agree with Draymond and Kerr's assessment that the Warriors don't need to make a move right now and mortgage their future?
I think that they're at a point in time where they know there probably won't be another ring. And if that's the case, there's no point in trying to take a haymaker, because that haymaker, if it doesn't work, you did ruin your franchise for the next 10 years. Right? You have a 22-year-old, and Kuminga got hurt, but before he got hurt, he was averaging about 26?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was averaging about 26 before he went down on the 4th. So he hasn't been there in the last 5 games. But that's what Draymond's saying. Do not leverage. He's basically saying do not leverage him to bring somebody else in. So basically, don't use Kuminga and these guys to go get Butler. That might be what he's talking about. Don't use Kuminga and our young guys to go get Butler. Because if it don't work, I'm gone, he's gone, Butler's gone, and what do you have left?
You got a team without Draymond Green.
Yeah. And that was going to be my next question, Shot. You hear that, and I thought a lot of me and Steph.
It's a
But at
lot of
some point,
protect my assets.
before it was the big three, obviously Clay ain't going to the Mavs. So we've seen that they're more than happy to allow this team to break up. But
I mean, it's not looking so crazy for LaMelo for Steph right now, is it? Is it still looking crazy?
mm-hmm.
Does it still look like a crazy trade? Because he said, look, we're not going to tank for a win now. So if we're not going to go win now, let's go young now.
Okay,
For the future.
Let's go young now.
Okay, but you're making a trade that's just one-sided. Why would
No,
Charlotte?
we'll do a multi-team deal that makes it make sense. We'll do a multi-team. Yeah, they wouldn't do it. They don't have no assets to do a head-up trade. So we have to include
No,
other
they
teams.
have assets, but why would Charlotte want Steph and he's about to retire?
Exactly. It's a perfect marriage. Like I said in the beginning of my take last year,
Oh, to go back home?
to go back home,
When
wearing number
retire?
30.
So
But why would Charlotte?
It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing Draymond said. Why would we give up our future for Steph
That's
for
not
a
your
year or 2
future.
years?
Steph is not your future.
LaMelo is my future. You got to think about Charlotte's part of it.
Fuck Charlotte with Draymond. Not talking about Charlotte. Charlotte's already a bad organization that he talking about.
Okay,
The bad organizations do that. So LaMelo, hey, We're gonna send him over there. We'll get Steph for the next 2 years, man. We'll love to get that revenue back that we lost the last 20
We're,
years.
we're getting the revenue back with LaMelo. Why would I give it for Steph?
You're
He's
not
just gonna be.
getting nothing back with LaMelo. That's a lie.
So you're gonna
Because
get rid of a 20-something-year-old for 2 years of revenue, and then
And
okay.
then start over. Because you're gonna start over anyway when you get rid of him.
Start.
You're gonna have to
I'm
get rid
gonna.
of him at some point. You're not gonna keep
I'm,
so
LaMelo
basically,
Ball in
Do you
Charlotte.
think
so basically what
LaMelo
he
is gonna
so
stay in
basically what he's saying
Charlotte?
is,
I'm gonna
yeah,
get
that's
rid
what
of.
he's saying.
I'm
So
gonna
basically
get rid
saying
of
Charlotte. Go ahead.
a highlight reel.
So what, man? You're
LaMelo,
gonna get rid of him
LaMelo,
anyway. You're gonna get rid of him anyway. What are you talking? You're not gonna keep him in Charlotte.
Because he's saying the future's
no,
not bright in Charlotte, no matter what. So even if you keep
no.
him, he's saying ain't nobody gonna come here and play. Basically,
He is bright in Charlotte.
Oh my god.
You think he's gonna stay in Charlotte, Gil?
I don't. I got him for at least 4 or 5 more years.
Yeah, under contract through 2029.
So
yeah.
why am I? Yeah.
Oh,
So
damn.
yeah. Why am I gonna like? He's not like this. Is not a regular player. He is a highlight reel.
Yeah,
Like
that's
No,
Yeah,
for
he.
sure.
great.
No,
but
for
So
they're
sure.
what does
No, for
that
so
sure.
they're
mean?
For
so
sure. Yeah, but
bad, bro. They're
are they gonna
so
win though,
bad.
Gil? Like, you
It's
know what I'm
like
They're
saying?
it's
Are
like
they
What
gonna
the
win?
fuck is it? What does it
Gil, his
mean? I'm a
highlights are
highlight
good,
reel.
but
What the
they are so bad to watch. It's so
yeah.
painful to watch Charlotte play.
It's like Philadelphia, right? They had Allen Iverson. I don't need to win. I actually have Allen Iverson who's putting people in the seats. This is a business first.
So
Oh my
Melo doesn't.
god, bro.
Melo
What are
It's a
you
So he's
Melo
not.
talking
he
about?
So he's
misses a
Allen
business.
lot of
Iverson.
games too.
Huh?
No,
He's on the level of
he
Allen
misses a
Iverson.
lot of games.
No, I'm saying I have a guy who puts people in the seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So
I mean,
why would
there's a lot of.
why would I get rid of someone who just him by himself without us winning? People are coming to see him. Period.
That's
And
So
the
if
same
he's
thing's gonna
not
happen if Steph comes back.
Bro,
for
what
two
are you
years, for 2
talking
years.
about, bro? You don't even it don't make no sense.
no, no,
It
no.
don't
I'm
make
just trying to
no
see.
sense.
Is he on that level? Like Iverson is a different breed, bro. Like I
I'm
mean, no,
not
I'm not.
talking
And I'm
about.
not taking.
I'm not saying he's on like Zion has a name, right? His
He put
name is
he
a,
puts
Okay.
people in the seats, right, Gil? He puts people in the
Okay.
seats. So why they trying to get rid of the guy who puts people in the seats?
who?
New Orleans.
Because they don't want him in. We're talking
Okay,
about.
okay. So
Talking about.
Charlotte, you got a guy who puts people in the seats, man. But guess who we can get? We can get another guy who puts people in the seats.
For
Let's
2
make a
years.
swap. Yes, let's make a swap.
Steph actually, I
Because
think, would put more people in the seats than
For two
Kyle
absolutely,
Lowry.
years.
No,
absolutely.
for
For
But
sure.
listen to this.
years.
Listen, let's say LaMelo's in Charlotte for 2 more years. 2 more years. 2 years. After the 2 years, he's going to be looking to make a move because we're losing. We're
Still,
trash.
yeah.
I'm
Still,
not staying here.
I got 4 years with him.
But the window is now closed because you don't have a Steph Curry that's available no
Ah,
more.
are you listening to it? Steph? When I get Steph, he's not winning, so he's selling tickets. Okay, cool. For 2 years, then he retires. What do I have now? I
You
have
have to
Melo.
rebuild the same way you would have to rebuild when
And then
Melo says, "Hey, I'm ready to go."
how am I going to, how about this? Who is the biggest superstar that played for Charlotte?
Oh my gosh, here we go down this road.
Melo Ball.
Okay. So why would I get rid of the person that I need?
Larry Johnson,
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Steph,
Don't do that. Don't
Steph
do that.
don't want to go there
Don't do that.
anyway.
No, no,
Grandmama,
I know. I hear you. But don't. No,
Grandmama,
He
I hear you. But
wasn't
don't do that to the
popular.
young
Grandmama.
boy.
He
You
wasn't
know
Don't do
very
that
where
to the young
you
boy.
popular.
you know where
Don't do that
Larry
to the young
Johnson
boy.
you know where Larry Johnson went to college, right? You know what they was
I
doing
know.
back there, right?
I hear
All
you.
right,
I hear you.
don't
But don't
talk
do
unless you
that.
know.
So,
Don't talk unless you
so,
Don't
know.
do that to the young boy,
so,
though. Don't do that to the young
so,
Unless
boy.
you know. Unless you
okay.
know.
I saw
So
my
it's been,
son
okay,
cry for his jersey.
Larry Johnson. So it's been 30 years.
30 years.
30 years. So if I get rid of him for Steph and Steph retires, it might take me another 30 years.
You're the Charlotte Hornets. Who gives a
Why?
fuck?
Hey,
No one
why?
cares. No
Why
one
do you
cares how
think?
long it takes. You're like the Cleveland Browns. We don't really look at y'all.
Why do you think Michael Jordan sold it when LaMelo Ball came? Because
Because
the
he had
price,
to.
because the price tripled.
No, because he had to. He was in the wrong table with the wrong guys. He was
Yeah,
in over
the
his head.
the price tripled because they got a bona fide superstar that sells tickets because of the way he plays the game. I'm selling on a high.
So that
Period.
means every owner should have tripled their same profit, right? Because of the
So
superstars they, because LaMelo not the only superstar, right?
No.
So
Name all-
it should Ja and the Grizzlies should have tripled, right? They should have tripled,
They have. What are you talking
right?
about?
They have,
Yeah.
they have.
Yes.
Could you
Yes.
pull up the numbers? Could you pull up the numbers so
Yes.
we can
Pull
see
up the
those
numbers.
triples? Can
Yeah.
you pull them up? Because
We
I
know.
don't believe that. I don't
I
believe
know
that.
you don't.
Who else? Who else? Zion?
We-
Did they triple? Did the Pelicans triple?
Look at it.
I don't think they've tripled. They have.
I don't think
they have
they've tripled.
They
I don't think they've tripled.
they have increased in value though. LaMelo Ball, 23 years old, currently leading the East guards in All-Star voting. So if you're the Hornets, you're going to trade a 23-year-old for Steph Curry now, who has got a couple years left on his deal. You got LaMelo under contract till 2029. Whether he chooses to stay, ass
Steph
out,
don't want to
whatever.
go there anyway, so don't really even matter. Steph not going
no,
there.
but no, but forget that. Like, what's Melo Ball's future though? There, like, are they going to help him win, or are you just going to just keep him there? Because like, what? Okay, so is he going to be able to win
Yes,
an
he needs
MVP?
help.
Like,
He
no,
needs
is he going to be able
help.
to win an MVP? Is he going to be able to do?
No.
No.
So that's not Iverson's level. You can't talk about like because the fans are not going to keep coming if you're not winning. If you're not winning, the
Hey,
fans are
Brandon,
not
he
going
don't
to
want
keep
to hear
coming.
that, Brandon. He don't want to hear that.
I think you hear names and then you just create your own story.
No, because you just throw names
No,
around.
no,
You
threw the name in.
you just throw
You threw
names
Allen Iverson
around,
in there.
and then you
Allen
don't want us
Iverson
to
was
use the
MVP.
name.
He went to the finals. If Iverson don't ever get MVP or go to the finals or none of that, we're not saying, oh, Philly's trading him.
Iverson was selling tickets before he went to the final because of how he played the game of the basketball. So I'm saying that they didn't need to win. They didn't care about winning. They didn't pay nobody to help him win because he sold out every seat. So if I got one guy selling out every seat, what the fuck am I paying you $20 million for to help him? I already have a max player who's maxing every seat. Right? So with Melo, I have a guy who's a seat seller. It's hard to get a seat seller.
Boo. Allen Iverson was taking them to the playoffs. Allen Iverson was taking them to the playoffs, bro. What are you talking about? He's not just out there throwing shit around. What are you talking about?
Mr. B, go ahead, Mr. B.
He's taking them. Thank you. What Rashad said, bro. He's taking them deep to the playoffs. Winning has a lot to do with that. You do know that, right?
He took him to
by himself.
He took him deep to the playoffs in 01. He came in 96.
How many times did he go to the playoffs?
How many times did he go to the playoffs?
How famous was he before he went to the finals, man? Come on.
He was rookie of the year. He was the number one pick. He was the number one pick. He was rookie of the year. He was averaging 25 points a game. Of course he was fucking famous, Gilbert. What are you talking about?
No,
of course he was famous.
But we're saying is
LaMelo wasn't doing that. LaMelo didn't do none of that. LaMelo wasn't doing what Allen Iverson was doing.
Thank you. LaMelo, rookie of the motherfucking year. Right now he's averaging 29 motherfucking points.
He's not doing what Allen Iverson did. He's not doing what Allen Iverson did.
That's not the point. That's not the point.
He's not doing what Allen Iverson did. Playoffs. Name how many playoffs. Name how many playoff appearances. No, my ass. Name how many playoff appearances. I'm waiting. How many playoff appearances did he lead Charlotte to? Charlotte? How many? 6? 7? Oh, you sweating? Oh, you're looking on your. Oh, Darren, this is the look on your phone. Darren, this is where he has his phone in his hand at this point. This where we blitz him. This where we blitz him. Because he on his computer right now. I don't got no computer in front of me. I don't need no stats. I don't need to be the Google guy. We sit in front of the fucking camera. We talk hoop. We don't need all that fucking dumbass shit, bro. We talk hoop.
So I had to be.
No, I let him talk so he doesn't interrupt me.
No, you read from the screen now, Gilbert. Read from the screen now. Now read from the screen. Now read from the screen so we can see you. We can see you. The camera's watching your eyes and shit.
So again,
Gil, go ahead.
So he said Allen Iverson was famous because he won Rookie of the Year. LaMelo Ball won Rookie of the Year. He was the number one pick. LaMelo was the third pick, right? He said, look, Allen Iverson averaged 25, 26. LaMelo averaged 29. Josiah has never made it to the playoffs, correct? That's your. Who's leading East in votes? Who is the most popular motherfucker in the Eastern Conference as guards right now? Can someone please
Melo
tell me?
Ball. Melo
LaMelo
Ball.
Ball, right? So
Yeah, Melo Ball.
so there's a Tatum, there's a Dame, there's a Trae
Yeah.
Young, there's a Maxey, there's a Brunson, right? All these playoff motherfucking people. Who's leading them? That's all I want to know. So
LaMelo
what
Ball.
you're saying, sir, has no relevance. The man is moving views because of how he plays the game. Just like Allen Iverson before winning, he moved it. You can't get rid of a person like that if you're trying to have a business. Either you're winning and the winning is helping you make money, or you got a single motherfucker making money for you.
But
Okay.
you
Hey,
have to.
didn't Jeremy Lin
Go
almost make the All-Star game because of fan votes?
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
So
I think fan vote actually matters, right?
and you prove
When
my
you're
point.
talking about
50%,
when you're
right?
talking about
No,
this
25%,
popularity
but
thing you just
50%.
said about he's winning all the votes in the Eastern Conference over all of these players because he's popular.
He's averaging 29 and 10.
So Melo Ball.
He had a
I'm not tripping about that.
He had a Facebook show. He had a
I'm not
Facebook
tripping
show
about
before
that.
he entered the NBA. He had a Facebook show before he even
That's not the
entered the
point.
NBA.
Listen,
He's
listen,
averaging
Gil.
and he's averaging 29 and 10. Are you missing 29 and 10? Are you
That's
missing
just
that
this
point?
year. That's this
Is he
year.
missing the point?
We're not talking about this year.
So
We're talking about
No, nigga, we're talking about
Brandon. What are we talking
we're talking
about,
about
Brandon?
right now.
Didn't he say Allen Iverson? Didn't he mention Allen Iverson?
Listen,
Before he won.
all I was saying
I
was,
said
yo,
before he
listen,
won, before
look,
Allen Iverson went deep in the playoffs, he was a one-man show going from city to city, selling that
He was
shit
still
out.
going to the playoffs though.
all I'm
and
saying is, are they
he
going
went to
to,
the playoffs his rookie year?
Gil, listen, are they going to keep him if he keep playing
Google.
like this and they're not winning?
Google.
So LaMelo Ball averaging 29, 7 assists. I just want to say this. I am a Googler. So the Hornets value in 2020, the year they drafted LaMelo, $1.5 billion. Hornets value when they drafted LaMelo 2020, $1.5 billion. Hornets current value, $3.3 billion. So in the time that LaMelo Ball has been with the Hornets, they have more than doubled in value.
And how many playoff wins they got?
They have
0.
the same as me.
None.
That's not even the argument. I mean, that's your argument.
That ain't my argument. I
Of
don't give a
why
fuck
they're
about none
keeping,
of that
why they won't
shit.
trade.
Trade him the fucking trade him, man. Trade that man.
I just feel like if you're not going to bring help, into Charlotte, there's no way this is going to stay. There's no way you're going to keep selling tickets like this.
The Hornets are trash. I wouldn't say that's LaMelo's fault.
Unless he doesn't care. He could not care.
No, he cares
He
about
just
winning.
have you asked him?
Lexi, if
Have you
you're
asked
living
him?
in Charlotte,
Hey, Lexi, say it again.
if you're living in Charlotte,
Have you asked
if
him?
you're living in Charlotte and your
He cares
team is
about winning.
trash, I would imagine that you care. I would imagine that you're looking around the league saying,
You
I
don't
mean, you're
care.
probably like, damn, but if he's doing what he got to do in the front office, isn't doing what they're supposed to do, what do you want Melo to do?
say, hey, I
Not
want
play
to come
hard?
back to LA.
No. We're not saying not play hard. What I'm saying is how you're going to keep this going. It helped Allen Iverson because he was winning. So are they going to bring in a
Well, that's
coach?
not
Are they
Melo.
going to
Yeah,
bring?
that's not Melo's fault. That's the front
But those are the
front
steps that you're going to
office.
have to take if you're bringing in Allen Iverson in this conversation. Don't
Yep.
bring in Allen Iverson then, because the owner he brought in Larry.
What I'm saying? You
Bro,
gotta
you're not.
listen
No,
to
you're
what
not.
I'm saying.
Don't say Allen Iverson at all. Don't bring Allen
I'm
Iverson up at all. Don't bring him up at all. Don't bring him up at all. Don't bring him
He
up at
gotta
all.
bring up, hey BJ, he gotta bring up anybody
Don't
as
bring
an
him up at
extreme
all.
point, bro. It just don't make no
bring
sense,
it up.
man.
I'm saying a guy who was on a bad team and the team and organization didn't build nothing around him because he was selling out the seats. So business-wise, it was just let Iverson do Iverson. We're not trying to win because we have Iverson.
So bringing in
he's
Larry
gonna-
Brown isn't trying to win.
Well, bring.
All right, don't do that, BJ. Don't do that. BJ, don't do that. Don't do
Bring
that.
it to
Don't
the
do
NBA.
that.
Well,
You
look
gonna
what
crash? You
happened
gonna?
when they got
Hey,
Wemby.
BJ, you gonna crash his computer, bro? You gonna crash the computer? Don't do that.
So that's not trying to
Don't do
win.
that.
I'm
Don't
just
do that.
saying. I'm
Don't
just
do
saying.
that.
I'm just trying to make sure they do them same steps then since
He's
Allen
on the
Iverson is in
computer.
this
Look, he's on
conversation.
the computer. Don't do that. He's on
Because
the
then if
All
computer.
right.
not,
As if
because then if not,
LaMelo
then let
Ball
the
is
young
in
boy
control
go
of
so he
that.
can let Melo go so he can go do his thing somewhere else.
Lexi, what were you
Well,
saying?
there's nothing attractive about the Charlotte Hornets for anybody. So
Anybody.
And
I
Shy, you from
That
North
little
no
Carolina.
money.
dis no disrespect, but it's like who's going there to help
Put him
him?
on the Clippers.
Especially if he wants to play that way. Because he's not gonna stop. That's the thing. I don't think he's gonna stop playing that way
He's
if they bring
not.
him some help.
He's
Because
not.
Okay.
he's
Oh,
reached so much
oh,
individual success on his own. Why would you take that away from him when he's been doing what he's supposed to do when you haven't brought him any help?
Yep.
oh, okay. So Allen Iverson team that he went to the finals with.
Here we go.
Allen Iverson at the one. Allen Iverson at the one.
Don't do
His
it good.
shooting guard. His shooting guard Aaron McKee. Then his three man is Jermaine Jones, Tyrone Hill, Mutombo. Off
Defensive
the
player of the year.
bench. No, he wasn't that year. Off the bench, you got Eric Snow, Rashad Bell, Todd McClellan, Kevin Ollie. He took that to the championship, right? Who did they bring in the next year to show that they trying to win?
What were they doing the year before that?
The same team.
Right. So how far did they get before that?
Who do you think they brought in to help him? I just named the roster.
Did they go back to the playoffs last year? Did they go back to the playoffs here?
What player did they bring to
Brandon,
help
stop.
them
Brandon,
win?
stop doing that.
Look, I'm just saying they went. My thing is they
They
brought
went.
Larry Brown in, and did we get there? Oh shit! This Allen Iverson, let him run around, let him just shoot, run around like whatever. Oh no, let's bring in Larry Brown so we can actually win and really get this shit going. Yeah.
Josiah,
So make
did,
sure.
did Josiah, did Philly make it to the playoffs the year after they went deep to the
Yeah.
final?
They went to the
Yeah,
they went to the
lost first
playoffs,
round.
lost to the
Lost
Celtics in the
first round.
round. Then
Yeah. Lost first round.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So what did they do the year before they went to the finals?
lost.
Yeah, they lost. They was in the playoffs.
conference semis.
Yep.
Lost to
Conference
the playoffs.
semis.
They went to the
Okay,
second round.
so
Second
hey,
round.
McKin.
That's
So
on the
look, you
second
see,
round.
okay. So they were building. Okay,
Building
thank you.
around
Okay,
AI.
okay. So Charlotte better do the same thing or let my man go.
So back to
They were building what exactly? You went to the finals and you broke nobody.
We went to the finals.
We went to the finals. We wasn't even supposed to be there. Iverson wasn't even supposed to be there.
they did win a game in the NBA Finals.
Woo!
Just
Hey,
one?
That was their championship, though. That was their
48 first game.
championship. That was their championship.
With one guy 6'1", buck 60 versus Batman and Superman. Nah, we take this. We'll take this one little.
That was the only loss the Lakers had in those 2001 playoffs for the entire duration of the playoffs. And that put Stephen A. Smith on the map too, in case you guys were wondering. But
We'll take it.
let's get back to the original initial discussion with these Warriors. Steph Curry, you guys talked about the Steph Curry LaMelo trade. We argued in depth about that, but Warriors have often talked about their two timeline approach with the attempt to surround Steph with a contending level team now while also building for the future. But even Steph has admitted that approach has not went as planned with some questionable decisions like drafting James Wiseman with the number 2 pick in the 2020 draft. But if you're Steph Curry now, I'm going to go to you, Brandon. If you're Steph Curry, your underdog running mate, how confident should Steph be feeling about the direction of the Warriors right now?
I wouldn't be that confident. I mean, what he probably got 2 more years left. I mean, it's all about how he want to go out.
Yeah. And then he said he wants to go out on time. He wants to go out with the winning level team. He said that also extremely loyal. Warriors the only franchise he's played for in his career.
But business is business. So you got to do what makes sense for you. But I wouldn't have that much confidence because we've seen a lot of organizations just do some real, you see how they did Clay. So just be
They're not
careful.
gonna do stuff like that though. They can't.
Chris,
I don't
There's no
trust him.
way they do stuff
Can't
like
can't
that.
trust. Can't trust
Honestly,
him.
I don't even like.
can you
He's not
type
leaving.
these
He's not going
games
anywhere.
to her? Game 1, game 2, game.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if he stays, that's fine. Just just go. You want to go out with grace because
It's just
Bron
like
is.
can you wouldn't you would you rather win on your way out or still be playing at a high level on your way out? Like I feel like yes, both can happen, but that's very rare and hard, especially with how talented and young the league is now. As you get older, do you want your individual success? You want to go out on a high note, good or bad team, or do you want to go on a contender and kind of just fade into the sunset, but with a championship? Like I guess it's a preference, right?
Depends on what type of moves they can make.
Do you respect
Like,
Steph's
like, like
loyalty? Do you respect Steph staying loyal to this franchise when it appears that the franchise is not staying loyal to him, not putting the pieces around him that he needs to be competitive in Adam Silver's NBA?
What pieces
I
of
just,
it? What pieces do he need?
He getting old, shot. Some to get above 500.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just
I mean,
remember
when you look at
Draymond saying,
the roster isn't that bad.
I
Shit.
mean, I'm going. I mean, if I'm the Warriors, I'm going for the kill right now. Forget it. I don't care. I don't care. Like if this, I mean, if I want to go on top and at a high level, then I'm going for the kill right now, and that means somebody got
As
to go,
far
and it
as,
ain't
yeah,
me.
like trading
yeah,
somebody.
And,
Yep,
yeah.
yep,
and it
yep.
ain't
That means
For
30.
somebody
They
got
don't
to
right
have
go,
now,
and
a
it ain't
legit.
me.
They
they
don't
talking
even
about
have a
for right now.
legitimate chance to win, though.
Nah, you can go get a Jimmy into
Like,
somebody else in a trade, a multi-year trade before the trade deadline. You can get something going.
Yeah.
Or this
Some
summer,
somebody getting traded and 8:30. Gil, we see you over there typing.
because I'll be honest, I'm gonna throw this out here. Milwaukee got to be on the clock too if they don't do nothing this year with Giannis. Because he's gonna be the same thing we were just talking about with Melo Ball. Like, what you gonna do? You gonna just keep having these same couple years and just keep, like, are you gonna actually bring something in here that can actually get to the championship level, or you gonna make a move for him and be able to get something?
Gian-
Because there's no reason to keep wasting his good years, and we can't. You coming up every year, and you like, yo, there's no way we can do it this year.
Yeah, but Giannis,
So
goddamn, I mean, it hasn't worked out as it was supposed to. But that is the franchise at least showing that look, we're in win now mode. We're gonna bring you a superstar to pair you up with.
I agree.
well,
The Warriors
I
said,
agree.
"Here's Schroeder. We got Schroeder for you, Steph. He was
Damn.
balling in
here,
Brooklyn.
that
And
would give
Buddy
a
Hill,
here
we'll give you
down,
here.
We
Buddy
got a
Hill,
buddy here
Buddy
for
Hill
you."
is
here
Schroeder.
down, here down.
Okay, so get pick. I was looking at how many players or superstars that retired on the championship year, right? So you're saying if he has 2 years left, and either you want to win a championship or you just want to go out gracefully. I don't know if you can do both, and I was trying to figure out who did both, who left on a championship, because if it's your last year, it's more like that farewell tour. Like if
right,
you're on a
right.
farewell tour, right? I guess you could say Michael Jordan
Yeah, but then he was
that
fiending.
Yeah,
year.
that's what I was gonna say.
Then he was
Kobe went
fiending.
on his. Kobe had a
No,
farewell
no, I'm talking about the
season.
champion, the
Shit.
championship year.
Oh, a championship and
Yeah. So
farewell.
basically, it was MJ. Um, I don't know how many other players actually retired on their championship tour with being graceful at the end.
Yeah,
That's
It's
because
hard to
either you're
do.
old, yeah, it's either you're old and this is my last year, and you go,
Yeah,
arena to arena playing about 10, 15 minutes, or
yeah,
your team is good and you don't got time to make this.
yeah.
yeah.
All right, well, let's
Mm.
let's keep this thing moving. We will see. We're praying for you, Steph. I like Steph. I just don't like the Warriors. So if there's some way that Steph could still be successful and the Warriors could be trash, I
There's
haven't
no
figured
way you
out.
can make it. Can't make it about one person and try to win a championship. It's not possible.
So come to the Lakers, Steph. Fulfill the prophecy. But let's keep it moving with New Year's
Hold on, hold
resolutions.
on, hold on, hold on.
Uh
I had to say something about that
Okay.
Steph stuff too. Um, just for the fact that they wanted to ride off in the sunset and make it clear that this is our core group that gave us the dynasty and all that stuff. That stuff was gone when you let Clay go, right? So what kind of sense does it make to sit with Steph Curry for the next 2 years and just casually not win? Like, why wouldn't you
Because they
win
want
now?
him to spend his whole career. Why wouldn't he want to spend his whole career in there?
No, I'm saying
Well, it
if
just
you
depends
like
on
what
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 Brandon
if
they.
was
that's
saying.
what if that's important to him?
No, I'm saying what Brandon was saying to win now. If you're not gonna do the LaMelo Ball and you're not gonna ride out to the sunset and just lose and accept that you guys are just gonna do this farewell shit, why not win now? Why not take Kaminga and a couple other pieces, go get something like Jimmy Butler? Let's just try one more time. Why
How
wouldn't
Zach
you do
Levine?
that? Isn't that like championship shit? Like I'm
because
going out on my sword, I'm going
because
out on my shield, I'm going out fighting to win it all. I'm not just gonna be
because
like,
you're gonna
yeah, man, yeah, we
Mm.
good.
because it ruins your franchise. You got rid of all the pieces that you're gonna need once Steph retires, right? Like Steph is gonna retire at the same time Draymond's gonna retire. So you're losing two of your pieces at the same time, and it's gonna take you a decade to even recover from that,
It'll
right?
take you a
When Michael
year.
Jordan,
It'll take you one
no,
year.
it won't.
You
It
take you
can't
one
take you a
year.
year. What are you talking about?
No, no,
No,
not a
it
year,
can't
bro.
take.
Look, what you've done is you built the legacy up to have at least 5 championships, right? So now we're a legit dynasty. So nobody can take away that we're a championship organization at this point. So us rebuilding at this point, we take the next 3 draft picks, number one, number two, number three, if we could get those that close to get the next 3 years. That's a good rebuild for 3 years. You don't have to wait
Mm.
10 years for that.
Yeah,
That's
and
three years of tanking can get you a Wemby.
Yo, I don't think Steph went through
okay, you
solid.
get a Wemby, and how long does it take Wemby before to get into his pick? What if in those 3 years you pick the wrong pick, like like anybody, and now you gotta like it's a process. Like you have to build your team.
We're the San Antonio Spurs at that point.
But that was supposed to
Who
No,
happen. That was
who
supposed
could
to
they
happen.
who could they have picked when they drafted Wiseman? Who else?
LaMelo
Lamelo.
Ball.
LaMelo.
Oh, oh. So like how come the Warriors they don't get a lot of shit for that pick at all? I mean, they get like a little bit, but
because
like
they,
I feel
because they
like
won a
the
chip.
They
Because they
won a
won the
They won
chip.
a
championship in the
championship.
aftermath.
cuz I'm
But the writing
like
was on the wall
that
for us real haters. The writing was on the wall.
that pick could have like changed the trajectory of how this is panning out right
But
now.
they didn't
Oh,
want
for
to
sure.
Exactly.
pick
Oh, for
over
sure.
Steph. They didn't
For
want to
sure.
pick over Steph though. Like if you
Okay,
pick
if it
Melo, you
wasn't
gotta
LaMelo,
let
then
Melo
who
play.
else was it? Who else was it if it wasn't Melo?
Nah,
Who
they could
was
play
for?
together.
Who was
Melo's
for?
sick.
Let me pull it up for you. There were some
Because at the
options.
time, that didn't seem like a horrible pick,
It
honestly.
wasn't a horrible pick, but they don't play out of the post. So Wiseman didn't make sense for their offense, and Steve Kerr wouldn't he refused to adjust the offense for a rookie, so
And
he
I
had
didn't
no
like
play.
that because it kind of destroyed Wiseman's
Yeah,
career
yeah, because
before he even
he's a
got a chance to
scoring
start.
big. Yeah, he's a scoring big. So they wasn't giving him the ball in the post or none of that. They wanted him to be like Andrew Bogut, but he didn't. He wasn't on that shit.
So other notable players in that draft: Devin Vassell, Tyrese Halliburton went 11 and 12. But it wasn't. I mean, Tyrese Maxey went 21.
Oh,
But
damn.
at that time, it wasn't like it was the wildest pick.
Well, they didn't do,
Lamelo was
yeah,
that guy though.
Tyrese Maxey. Yeah.
So Melo was that guy. And even Steph pointed at that Wiseman pick. Obviously, has now come back to bite them in the ass years later. But let's keep the show moving. We got a lot more things to discuss. But first, with New Year's resolutions, many of us will vow to eat healthier, and that's a good thing. But what about your beloved pets and their nutrition? Naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black is on a mission to provide better nutrition for cats and dogs because, truthfully, it's not what you're feeding your pet, it's what you're not. Which is why he created Rough Greens and Meow Greens in the first place. Bring their dead food back to life with live vitamins and minerals, probiotics, enzymes, omega oils, antioxidants, and so much more, all in their tasty formula your dog or cat will love. Improve your pet's coat, digestion, and energy, and have less vet bills. Let 2025 bring a new year and a new pet. Try it. Get a Jumpstart trial bag, normally $20, free with promo code GIL. Just cover shipping. Resolve to provide your pets the food they have been missing with Rough Greens. To get your free Jumpstart trial bag, go to roughgreens.com. Use promo code GIL. So good, your pet will ask for it by name. Brandon, I know you've been able to sample the product with your dog Freedom. How has Rough Greens gone for him?
It's been great, man. It's been great. We got his chewables coming now. I put the rough greens all over his food, and his energy's been picking up a lot great lately. So
Freedom needs
yeah, he's gonna be
energy.
always, always.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, sir, Mr. Gilbert Arenas.
I think Brandon the dog. You the dog, motherfucker. Yeah, I think your energy been on high alert right now. I
Well,
think
I
you've
mean,
been eating that shit.
well,
I
I
think
mean,
you've been eating it.
the dude. I mean, they did say I can't taste it. So, I mean,
Okay, because
I mean,
you've been on high level alert right now. Shit. Talking about he got a lot of energy. Shit, it's you.
I mean, yeah, they say I can put on some of my food. It's protein. Shit.
Okay. All right. Well, shout out Brandon, not only for the pet, but Brandon using Rough Greens as well. Make sure you get you some. Go to roughgreens.com. Use that promo code GIL to get a free trial bag. So let's keep it moving. Two of the league's youngest superstars put the league on notice last night. 23-year-old Anthony Edwards dropped 41.7 assists and 6 rebounds in a win over the Wizards. Wizards are a stat padding game, but we got to give Ant love. He's been cooking a lot as of late, ever since complaining about double teams. And at the time that Ant-Man made his comment about hating all the double teams, he's seeing this season he was averaging 24.5 points in 33 games. In the 6 games since, Ant is averaging 33.1 points per game. And now let's go over to the Eastern Conference. 23-year-old Cade Cunningham put on a show at Madison Square Garden against the Knicks, dropping a game-high 36 points, outscoring Jalen Brunson by 5 points in the win. So Cade has led the Pistons to a record of 21-19 this season, good for 8th in the East. So let's keep in mind the Pistons were 4-36 through 40 games last season, including a 28-game losing streak, the longest ever in a single season. So these players are the same age, so by Gil's rules, that makes them fair to compare. So far this season, Ant-Man is averaging 26.6 rebounds, 4 assists per game on 44, 42, 83 shooting splits. Cade is averaging 25 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds per game on 46, 38, 80 shooting splits. So Gil, who would you rather have for the next 10 years as a cornerstone of your franchise, Cade Cunningham or Ant Edwards?
Anthony Edwards.
And why are you picking Anthony Edwards?
He's already at the same age, been a 2-time All-Star, and All NBA player.
Okay. Also been on a much better team in that time.
Okay.
Okay. Just pointing it
Doesn't
out.
matter.
It does.
Doesn't matter.
Cade's coming out of it, coming to his own now. It's not like Cade ain't been doing this. We just haven't cared because it's the Pistons, and they've been trash. And
I'm
they've
gonna
been
go
trash.
Cade.
You going Cade Cunningham, Mr. B? Why you rolling with Cade Cunningham?
Franchise that's struggling. Has been struggling for years. Putting the team on his back, the year that he's having is incredible. He's going to be an All NBA player this year, and I just think sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, it seems like Cade has not gotten the love he deserved previously. As I mentioned, the Pistons have been trashed this year, though. They found their footing. Shout out JB Bickerstaff coming over after getting booted by the Cavs, changing the direction of that franchise. And look, Cade's balling right now. Got that max deal coming of the year. Again, we know Ant is the bigger star right now, just in terms of name value, star power, Gil, like you pointed out, multiple-time All-Star. But Cade is creeping on the come-up, should make the All-Star game this year. If he plays like this, has the potential to be in the All-NBA discussion. But let's move over to you, Shad. Who would you rather have for the next 10 years, Cade Cunningham or Anthony Edwards? You rolling with Cade, too. Oh, Brandon and Shad, the alliance and the allegiance. Why are you picking Cade Cunningham?
6'8" point guard. Gives me a mix of Grant Hill, Brandon Roy, with a sprinkle of Penny Hardaway. Um, I love everything he brings to the game. I love that he's underrated. I love that he playing in Detroit and he's now got them young boys over there really feeling like they can win and compete. Like Brandon said, he's gonna be all NBA, but I think for the future, now that he's starting to figure out defenses and schemes and where they're trying to play him, he's a 3, 4 level scorer. And once he starts posting up them point guards, this gonna be dangerous. He's gonna start. He ain't as athletic as LeBron was, but it's being like a 6'8" point guard like that to do the stuff that LeBron can do. He like that.
Wow, so you're already putting him in that LeBron trajectory. Obviously not the athleticism, but
Like
just the ability.
Paolo Banchero, that 6'8" big guy but he's playing the point. He's actually a point guard. He's actually like Grant Hill, shifty, get downhill, he can shoot the three, he can play off the pick and roll, he can do everything.
So let's move over to you. Let's move over to you. Who would you build your franchise around for the next 10 years? Cade Cunningham or Anthony Edwards?
Um, I'm gonna go with Ant-Man. Um, I think it's kind of an unfair question because Cade is finally coming into the spotlight a little bit and he's performing well, but I think we still gotta wait and see how he does when he got all these eyes on him and pressure on him and stuff like that. But I think he has been flying under the radar for since he got into the league. He's been consistent even with the bad team. Um, but I mean, I just like Ant Edwards. I like his personality. I like the way he's responded to kind of the criticisms he's been getting this season about like his media, complaining about the double teams. I think that he's responded well. And he's just exciting. And we see him on all the commercials and things like that. So from a brand standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, from a player perspective, like I feel like Ant-Man is the one.
Okay, I'm looking at Gil. Just nodding
Said
in
build a
agreement.
franchise. I mean, franchise means I got to make money. So shit.
And he's
So
doing
Go
it
with
in
the,
Minnesota,
I'm
which
gonna go with the men. I'm gonna go with the money maker.
okay, so
I mean,
you're
because
adding
what's
in
the difference
the.
between Minneapolis and Detroit? I mean,
Nothing.
exactly. So I'm just saying, like,
What?
what Ant's been able
What?
to do in Minneapolis has been dope.
I mean, one franchise seems a little bit more committed to winning than the other has in recent years, but we're seeing now the Pistons turn that corner, potentially be in
We'll
the playoff
see.
HUD this year.
We'll see.
Like 4-36 last year, 21-19 this year. Some big games, as we know. But all right, I like where y'all coming with this. But I want to actually ask you something. I saw on Twitter recently. So one of my favorite journalists, Law Murray, he tweeted, "Cade is the Black Luka." Do you agree or disagree with that?
Why is that even a statement? Why
Luka
can't he
is the
just be
Black
Cade?
Luka, but
Why can't why can't Cade just be Cade?
Because his style of play they referring to, slow, methodical.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
In control.
he in control. He don't rush
How come
nothing.
they don't
Get
call
where he wants
Shea
to.
the Black Luca?
ooh,
He ain't 6'8".
But he plays slow, methodical.
Yeah, they just call him Shay
Yeah, so why can't they just call him Cade?
because he play like Luca.
And so they only saying that because Luca not playing right now.
Well, if there
So we
wasn't
gotta
a
keep
Luca, you would
we
just
gotta
call him
keep we gotta
Cade.
keep Luca relevant somehow, I guess. So we're gonna use Cade.
I'm just telling
I
you what he
think it's a
tweeted. I just want to
compliment.
get you.
It's a compliment for sure.
Is it though? Why can't he just be himself?
Because no one knows who he is,
They're starting to know now,
Exactly.
though,
So now
Shot.
we're just gonna start comparing him to Luca all the time when he's
which
just
would give
Cade.
him it would give him a higher bump to
He was a
wherever
number
you
one
think
pick,
he.
right?
Yeah, his number one pick.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't gotta be compared to Luca. I mean, I
He's just
don't
under
think
the
it's a
radar.
bad thing, but I don't think that's a necessary comparison to make.
You want him to
Especially
be
when they're
compared to
what?
somebody else?
Def I don't want him to be compared to anybody.
Compare him to himself. I respect it. Well, the IRS knows who he is after signing that max deal. They coming for their bread. But let's shift it over to the Western Conference. I got to talk about an unfortunate situation that went down in Los Angeles last night. So after having the last two games postponed due to wildfires here in Los Angeles, Lakers returned to the court last night against the Spurs. In that game, the Lakers honored Hall of Famer Michael Cooper with a jersey retirement ceremony at halftime. Coop won 5 titles with the team during the Showtime era. And in a nice gesture after the game, Wemby and CP3 signed their jerseys and gave them to J.J. Redick's sons, who lost their home in the Palisades fire last week. But as for the game itself, Lakers scored fewer points than the Spurs did, particularly in the fourth quarter when they were outscored 37-13 by the Spurs. Wemby had 23 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, 34 minutes. CP3 had 13 points, 10 assists, only 1 turnover. Bron had 18, 8, and 7 turnovers. AD had 30 points, 13 rebounds, 2 blocks. It was the Lakers' second straight loss after getting embarrassed by the Mavs last week without Luka and Kyrie. They're now 20-17, 7th in the West. Gil and Brandon, you watched the game on playback for your watch party. Unfortunately, I cannot be there. I had a prior commitment that I had to attend. But Brandon, how do you explain the Lakers' fourth quarter collapse last night?
I mean, that's just what always happens.
Was somebody clapping?
I mean, it's nothing new. I mean, it's nothing.
Hold up. Who was clapping?
Nobody. I
Okay,
don't think nobody.
Shot
somebody.
clap it.
Shaw, you turned the camera off to clap?
No, I did
Okay.
not, man. It was just
Okay.
a regulator.
Get some help.
All I
Regulator.
Stop it. Get some help.
all,
Gil,
all I remember is them young boys kept getting stops, They kept getting stops, fast breaks, stops, fast breaks. It was just whooping y'all ass the last 5 minutes.
Whooping our ass, Brandon. You are a Laker fan.
I am, but I'm just saying, yeah, they was whooping our ass.
They whoop-
Right, Gil? I mean, right? It was stop after stop, fast break, layup, stop after stop, come down.
That's what you seen?
What did you see, Gil?
Yeah, because at the time we was like, yo, put Bronny in the game.
Yeah. See, that's the problem, man. Y'all know LeBron James, Anthony Davis, they was out there fighting fires, right? So they've been fighting fires for the last 3 days, and they just had fatigue in the fourth quarter. And that's my story.
Gil, I would
Just
concur
them
with that.
two? Only them two.
JJ Redick lost his house.
Just Bron and AD. Nobody else on the team was fighting fires.
No. Them niggas was at home getting their houses protected by LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And that's the story that I'm pushing.
Obviously,
And we got tired in the fourth quarter because
overcome with emotion,
just out there, just all night.
trauma.
You know what I mean?
Wildfires have gripped Los Angeles. The fact that the Lakers even played the game Monday.
No, the fact
Even
that
went out
JJ
there.
Redick was coaching
DJ,
was crazy.
hey DJ, that's a hell of a DJ. That's a hell of a security team LeBron got. That's a hell of a security team he done hired for. Goddamn.
All night. He was keeping Brentwood safe.
We know he is top flight security. He done hired Gil for top flight security of the world, man. This is unbelievable.
Very traumatic, devastating situation going on in Los Angeles. The fact that the Lakers even played that game Monday night allowed Michael Cooper to get his jersey retirement. JJ coached after losing his home.
I wonder why JJ didn't get no free time off. He don't get no free 5-day pass.
I imagine JJ wanted to get back on the court. The court was cathartic, therapeutic for him. Get back out there, get some basketball back going.
He brought his kids, probably get their mind off of it, but that's still a hard thing to deal with and go to work and coach and be
Okay, what about those
criticized
20 games before the fire?
What 20 games?
No 20 games.
The ones that they've lost?
They have not lost 20
How many
games.
games have they lost? How many
17.
games have they lost?
A mere 17.
So almost 20.
No, it's not almost 20, Lexi.
It's closer to 15.
If I'm JJ Kids, I would have been mad as hell. I would have been like, man, give me a Wemby jersey. Like, I need 2 Wemby jerseys.
They got a Wemby and a CP3 jersey. You would have demanded another.
I would have told Wemby, go get the other one. Go get the other jersey you got in the back. Get out of here.
We need 2.
Shit, this shit needs to be worth money right now. We down bad. No, I'm just playing.
You can't get no money from the CP jersey, killer.
Oh man, watch out, bro. Watch out. The fuck? Go get the other jersey they got in the back. Just in case, the other one.
The black
I'm gonna follow you. Yeah, I'm gonna follow you.
Saying no to jersey is crazy.
Lexi, we only lost 3 games.
What? Explain.
It's a new year. New year, new me. New year, new us. Just 3 games this year.
In JJ Redick's kids' defense, they lost everything. They were big
In
NBA memorabilia
2024.
collectors. But
They lost.
But Brandon, let me ask you.
Yeah.
CP3 offers your kid a jersey. Are you not taking it? You're not taking that gesture from Chris Paul?
If it's not the Hornets one.
So you're not taking a CP3 Spurs jersey?
No, just the Hornets.
Okay. But it was nice gesture, nonetheless, nice gesture from Wemby and CP3 to help JJ Redick's kids rebuild their memorabilia collection. As Redick mentioned, they lost everything in that fire. And honestly, probably should not have been coaching that game. Lakers had canceled their previous 2 home games with everything going on in LA, decided to come back out and play Monday night, felt like the city needed it. Did not deliver. Looked good early on, but just kind of faltered in that second half.
It kind of looked like the Lakers, right?
Looked like a team going through some trauma and stress.
Looked like the Lakers we have grown to know. Disappointment City.
So Lakers
Are
are
they gonna make no trades? Are they gonna make some trades?
Lexi, I
Of course
bring
not. Of course not. Nobody would play in LA.
Right. Who want to go there?
Nobody would play
No, I can't
in
imagine
LA.
anybody coming now, but
Hell no.
Everybody was getting
Y'all did
paid.
Melo wrong. Y'all did motherfucker Westbrook wrong. You did Beasley wrong. You did Cousins wrong. Dwight Howard wrong. JaVale McGee wrong. J.R. Smith wrong.
Damn, it seems to be a trend with
Dion Waiters.
LA
Who else?
sports.
We made
It's
Deion
getting
Waiters a
way better.
champion.
Jordan Clarkson, Kyle Kuzma, Randall,
Uh-huh.
Lonzo
Lonzo,
Ball,
Brandon Ingram.
man, Brandon
Yeah,
Ingram.
Brandon
I
Ingram. Yeah.
mean, shit,
Everybody leave. Everybody leave. Start hooping.
man.
So maybe someone want to go there, and it's like their pit
We
stop
we
to
They're
made Deion
waiting.
and
try
Dwight
out.
NBA champions, sir.
They waiting.
Mm-hmm.
They waiting for somebody to retire.
Gil, what y'all gonna do, bro?
What you mean? What you mean? What they gonna do? You see that little
Hey,
jersey back there?
can y'all hear me?
We can
Can
hear
anybody
you.
Yeah.
hear
We
me?
can hear you,
Yeah,
good.
we can hear you.
Hey, hello. Yo, can you hear me?
We can hear you, Gil. Can you hear us? Oh, he cutting out.
Hello,
Uh oh.
Yeah, we can hear you.
hello.
We can hear you, Gil.
Okay. So what happened?
We were asked.
Huh?
Gil, did your
We're
audio
asking
cut out
what
for
y'all
all
gonna
that
do.
previous?
Hey, Rashad,
What
you
are
see that
y'all
little
gonna
jersey
do?
Josiah got in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, why are they so
That's
LeBron
little?
gonna be the
James.
yeah. That's gonna be the jersey they retired up there when they put it up there at the end. That's how little. Yeah, put that shit up there. Put that motherfucker up there right there. Put that. Hey, I want that one to go. Josiah, I want you to put that shit up in the Raptors up there.
A mini one.
I bought these jerseys when I didn't quite have the Gills Arena budget yet. So
So
you
true.
notice the Bronny one is bigger, a little bit bigger. Once I got my bread right, I was able to buy full size adult jerseys. But up until that point, had to get the discount. And Fanatics be taxing over there, so I had to get the baby ones. But Lexi, to your point, Lakers have already traded D'Lo for 3-and-D wing and Dorian Finney-Smith.
They
But
sure did trade D'Lo.
but the
I didn't even
Spurs,
say D-Lo. Damn.
little D'Lo, but the Spurs exposed issues that have been plaguing the Lakers all season. So Lakers 24th in overall defense, 28th in paint defense, and 25th in rebounding so far this season. Gil, what's missing from this Lakers roster right now?
NBA basketball players.
They got a few.
They
No,
got a
we
few.
got 4 or 5.
Maybe.
I mean, we got one player that looked like he smokes Black and Miles. I'm like, who is this dude? All them weird ass news numbers, 17, 18, 38, like 17, 38, like what we got going on out here,
But
man?
do.
Like, come on, man. Like, we need NBA players, man. We ain't got them right now, man. It's like the Lakers. Y'all got to start being like picky with who puts on the Laker jersey. Like, it's like we be having superstars, then we be having runts. Like it be like run like players nobody wants, and they get to put on a Laker uniform. That's crazy.
So, Gil, in your estimation, who are the NBA players on the Lakers roster currently?
They know who they are.
Oh, you didn't want to call them out?
They know who they are.
Does Bronny make the cut?
Of course he does.
Okay, just making sure, Gil.
Of course he
It
does.
is traumatic in LA right now. We are dealing with all types of circumstances. Even the fact that we brought you Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Testament.
That's why he wasn't on the. That's why he wasn't on the bench. He was like, "God damn, my G League team better than this one. I'm going down. I'm going downstairs. I'm going downstairs.
him downstairs.
I'm going downstairs."
You're crazy.
But in all sincerity, Gil, we got the trade deadline coming up February 6th. Already made one move to bring in Dorian Finney-Smith. He's still figuring things out with this Lakers roster. The rebounding is atrocious. Second chance points. They can't box out to save their life. We talked previously, Kmart has said as well, that they need to add a center to this roster to take some pressure off of AD. And we saw the Spurs just expose that. Moved AD out of the paint last night, had him a little higher than normal guarding Wemby. And, even when the Spurs did miss shots, could not grab a rebound.
Is that coaching adjustments? What do we call that?
They have nothing on the bench.
Might
What
be
do you
player
call
adjustments.
that? Is it player? Is it because your roster is the roster you had when you came in?
It's nothing down there when I'm looking.
Did you hear what I said? when you came in, you got this roster. You went to training camp with this roster.
Yeah, but still missing key integral pieces. Jared
Yeah, cool.
Vanderbilt.
That's cool.
Vanderbilt still in the play
Yeah,
the
when
game.
is he
Christian Wood.
coming back?
He's been apparently practicing whatever, but you know how the Lakers do. Cause shit, we need an update. We can't get no more Kendrick
Come on,
Nuts.
you just got JJ Redick was your update. He was supposed to put into plays to make it easy on AD, to make it easy on LeBron, and D'Lo was supposed to be that thing, that one thing that was supposed to just really make it click. Nah, nah, because
Maybe
JJ
they
ain't
need
it.
like
Because
a
JJ ain't
they
it.
need
You
a
think
better
it,
point. Do they need a point guard? Like what's it, like? Obviously they need rebounding.
it's just all these Duke motherfuckers that think they coming in and gonna take over the league, and we're not having it. Jason Tatum, JJ Redick, all that Duke shit, we off that, bro. It's not y'all year, okay?
So
Okay,
we are off
I
the
don't
Duke
think
shit.
Duke has
okay,
nothing to
Lexi.
do with
Okay,
it.
Lexi. Okay,
Leave Duke
Lexi.
out of this.
Okay, Lexi. We
If
Leave
not
Duke
if
having
out
it.
of this.
Okay,
I
A
mean
Lexi.
super flag on the way.
the
What's
Lake
No,
up?
no, no,
the Lakers
no,
might be one
no,
team need to
So
rebuild.
another one coming,
no,
Rashad.
no,
Another one
no,
on the way. So
no,
stop that.
no, no.
Yeah, I know you just watched them play a few days ago. I know
Yeah,
you
against
see that.
nobody. Against nobody. Okay?
So
Brandon, what were you saying?
I said the Lakers might be a team that need to rebuild. Like we keep talking about the Warriors, they could go
We are
ahead and
rebuilding.
rebuild and
Yeah, I thought that's what they was
uh,
doing. I thought that's what they was
We are.
and
doing.
if they weren't, they are now.
I
They need to say that they
I
are.
know
If they
I know,
weren't.
but what y'all gonna do with y'all two superstars?
Let him ride off in the sunset.
Oh,
Oh,
they can
okay.
ride off
Oh,
in the sunset. Okay.
okay.
Right. I mean, we got AD for at least 5 more years.
Yeah,
So
50
they could
million
run
a
off
few
in this.
years.
So wait, hold on. So they could ride off in the sunset, but y'all
No,
in here
just one.
putting pressure on Steph Curry.
No, you losing both your guys at the same time. AD, we're still gonna have about 5-6 years.
Yeah. AD currently under contract through 2027, has a player option for that 27-28 season.
So
LeBron is
I
40,
mean,
Brandon. LeBron is
our
40.
Don't have
our
a don't have
our
a.
problem, our real problem is we have no size
Yeah.
outside of Braun and AD. Like our real problem in rebounding is I don't think Rui Hashimori knows he's a power forward. I don't think he thinks he's a
Why do you
power
say
forward.
it like that?
Like
But he's the same
like
size. He's the same size as Brian, though.
cool. Braun's 40, right? Rui, you go get that. Go get that. That you are supposed to be the dude that go get that. Like now it's like shit. Give us Westbrook back. Give us the Pat Satter, whatever you want to call him, because I know the other team ain't getting it, and that's our problem. Our small forward and our power forward aren't attacking the glass if AD's out. Our bench is guards.
But think about the mentality of your bench players when they come in
They're
when
guards.
when AD is in the game and Brown is in the game, you know not to come in here and get no fucking rebounds, right? So you're systematically training them to think that way, and when they out, they don't know when to go get the. They thinking the board gonna be gotten. Somebody got it. Somebody get it. Don't Brian usually get it, right? Well, he ain't in the game. We got to go get rebounds. And that's what you were saying about the box outs. They don't box out already, so think about it. They're not going to go to the glass either.
Hey yo, so what is the Lakers system? Like, what's the Lakers system?
What do you mean?
What
What are they
offense do
running?
they
What are they
run?
running right now?
Yeah. Like, what's their offense?
It looked like a pinch post something. Pinch post to AD something.
Oh, so nothing.
Dribble handoff to Austin Reeves.
Oh, so y'all in the same boat like Milwaukee. Y'all
As
just running
Milwaukee, I was
around two,
gonna say,
Yep, yep.
running around two
No, we're
guys.
not.
give me
Run
Yeah,
Milwaukee.
around
yeah. I
too.
mean,
But
I
Yep,
mean,
let's
I
yep,
mean,
yep.
let's
I mean, because
freeze.
if you say
Lexi, you
pinch post,
called it,
we doing the same.
Lexi. Lex, you called it.
All that doc. I mean, y'all over there with what y'all running?
Our role players is better than your role players.
No, you're not.
What role players? Austin Reeves?
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh,
Middleton?
Who the fuck is that?
who the
Austin
fuck is
Reeves
that?
over.
Who the fuck is that?
Y'all said,
Who the
oh, I
fuck?
thought, no. I thought he was naming our team. He
Oh
said,
Oh.
no, Chris Middleton. No, Chris
oh,
Middleton on Austin Reeves balance out.
no.
Reeves
Chris
better.
admit, right now?
Okay.
Right now, yeah.
Rui and Brook.
Huh?
Rui and Brook. Rui and Brook.
Rui and Bobby.
I don't know, but we just got too many guards. We got 5 guards off the bench.
Christie, who was the other guard?
They don't have a better
Reddish,
shooter. Shit, they ain't got a better shooter than Dirty Bird.
Vincent,
Yeah, Vincent.
Reddish,
Connect,
Connect. Okay,
Connect.
yeah, yeah.
You know, either
But
Brian's
Connect
gonna be
six
there
eight.
or,
Connect 6'8".
but he's still a guard. He's still a guard. We got no size coming off our bench. We look like the. Soon as we got fucking Gabe Vincent, we decided we wanted to be the old Miami Heat AAU team. Out here watching LA Fitness on fucking Saturday.
Tough crowd.
Is somebody hammering something?
Soon as Bron goes to the bench, we don't know no. I just turn the channel. I don't even know none of these players. I don't know not one of these players. Like who is this?
That's terrible.
Gil, the fact you did.
We do have a Middleton. Shake Middleton.
Shake Milton.
Milton.
Shake Milton.
Yeah, you got
Was in the trade with Dorian Finney-Smith. Gil, how are you feeling about that Dorian Finney-Smith trade right now? You missing D'Lo at all? And do you think Dorian Finney-Smith is going to figure it out with this Lakers squad?
Do you think I know who the fuck that is?
It's Dodo. Gil, come on.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna move the needle.
You think I was?
He not finna move the needle at all.
You think I was watching Brooklyn Nets? Huh? Let's just be real.
You know who he play like? Dorian Finney-Smith play like.
Rashad, why you get quiet?
That was an inappropriate
like LeBron
audio
James.
drug. That was an inappropriate audio drug. Wherever that was coming from.
Was it? He played like LeBron James? Oh shit, we got a Hall of Famer?
We do not.
Oh shit, we got a Hall of okay. He's played 6 games.
No, not the LeBron James in the NBA, the one that be playing at the park. You know what I'm talking about? Not the real LeBron.
Oh yeah, okay. He playing like LA Fitness Hooper.
Yeah. This nigga middle name is Bartholomew.
I see
A fine middle name.
Like he was on my radar because someone airballed a wide open shot, missed a wide open layup, airballed a tip, wino move, trying to go through the lane. I don't think he knows he can't spin. Right? It was just some shit out there. I'm like, is this a Laker? No, this is a Laker game. Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, that's your team.
So yeah, we unfortunately, as of right now, we are starting off the 2025 season under construction.
Gil, a lot going on in the city. The fact that this team is even playing right now, given the conditions in Los Angeles, is heroic. So just shout out to them.
That's a good status. Yeah. That's a good status update, though. That's.
I mean,
under construction.
Under construction, right?
We'll be up soon. We can be all right.
They returned to their home arena. As you can see, we have still not even returned to Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. We are virtual right now, given the situation. So you have to commend them for going out there, playing that game, everything going on in the city. Perhaps they should have moved it to Arizona like they did the Rams game, so they could have just locked in and focused, got that dub. But nonetheless, we held it down in Los Angeles. But now let's shift over to the Spurs for just a moment. So Spurs are 19-19 on the season, fighting for that play-in 10th spot in the West. So, Lexi, when you look at this Spurs squad, what they've been able to do this season, Wemby in his second year, are the Spurs meeting, missing, or exceeding your expectations?
I think they're kind of exceeding. I think adding Chris Paul was a good move, but he's like older, obviously. But I think his veteran leadership has been the biggest difference outside of his play. Like I don't think he's been doing anything crazy or spectacular, but I think he's been instilling professionalism to the younger guys, showing them what it is like to play with a player like Wemby, feed him where he needs the ball. Um, Wemby's still shooting a little bit more threes than I wish that I would like him to, but he's making them. He's young, he's playing out of his mind. So uh Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with this Spurs team. I think they're doing well. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have that high of expectations for them, but I think they're doing well.
In the most recent round of All-Star voting, Wemby, also known as Victor Wembanyama or Hector Banana Bread, depending on who you ask, was fourth in Western Conference votes among four front court players, trailing Jokic, KD, and LeBron for that starting spot. Wemby just turned 21, beginning of the month. Mr. B, how many All-Star games will Wemby make in his career
until he retires.
until he retires?
Yep, until he retires. I think he'll be there every year. And
No
then to go back to your
facts.
point, about the Spurs this year being in what ninth and tenth, I definitely see them making the playoffs this year.
You think the San
Um,
Antonio Spurs make? They were 22 and 60 last year,
bro,
19 and
listen, they
19,
got some,
11th right now, tied with the Suns for 10th, but tiebreaker they would be 11th if the season ended today.
bro, them young cats that they got on the wings, the way they be running and playing defense and stuff, bro. If they could get like another vet like a Jimmy Butler over there, I think they gonna be all right. Like they gonna be all right for the future.
Got a
Like
solid young core. They're all
that's
growing
my
together. Seems like they're building that crew with Wemby that can be together for 6, 7, 8, 9 years, or until this new CBA forces them to break all that up.
Yeah,
Shy, you shaking your head? You disagree?
yeah. Nah, nobody keeping no team. They don't keep teams around like that. It's all
But you
clickbait.
think that these young guys are different, Shad, as far as enjoying the building and the process? Because we went
they
No,
through that.
nice.
no,
We
Nope.
went through this
no.
era of teaming up, teaming
Immediate
up, super
gratification.
teams, but now these
Immediate.
guys are like feeling like building together. Do you think like these teams are, and because everyone is making so much money now, people don't have to run off and go get a big contract because everybody got a big contract. So do you think, I think we're gonna see a lot of these teams stay together longer than maybe we expected
It's
because of
immediate
that.
It's immediate gratification because everybody want to be the star. Everybody want their own team. They want their own bag. They want to prove that they should be on this and this and this. So at some point, Jalen Williams gonna feel some type of way, like, man, I'm good enough to do
Yeah,
what
but
he
like
doing on my
later
own
though, they're
team.
so young.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't gotta worry
Later
about
Nah,
that.
nah, it
Yeah,
ain't
they
no
don't gotta
later. This
worry
is what I'm
about that
saying.
right now.
Tyrese
with Wimby.
Halliburton, right? Remember what I said about Tyrese Halliburton? They gave him the shine too early because he wasn't good enough to sustain that shine that he got right now. So now we're looking at him like, is he good enough? Is he this? Is he that? It's like they gave him too much too early, right?
Right. So
So if
that's
it
right.
so,
Exactly,
but they're
that's
gonna be
right.
used. But listen, they're
That's
gonna
what
be
I'm
used.
saying.
They're gonna be used to that. Kids are gonna be used to getting it like Tyrese got it, and they're gonna be like, look, if he can get it that early, he ain't better than me.
But
I'm
look how
better
they
than
talk
him.
about Tyrese now though.
That's what I'm saying. That's
And
the trend.
he's not even playing that poorly
No,
either.
that's
The
why they need to stay together. So that
but
trend
look,
don't happen. Stay together longer.
the trend is somebody out of the group is going to be good enough to be Ralph Transvan. You want to go out here and do your solo shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to pick somebody that can go stand out above the crew. It's a lead singer. So I just see all these teams taking the same approach. I don't see them all. Maybe OKC, maybe maybe the Spurs if they could keep this young team. Maybe, but they ain't been together long enough to make it
Just
feel.
keep at least three or four of them.
So they've got
What's
Devin
wrong with
Vassell under contract right now through the 29 season. Obviously, Wemby in his rookie deal. Keldon Johnson's through 27.
that?
That
Also, I feel like
Stephon Castle, obviously
Bro, they
the
young.
team
young.
success is gonna
Stephon
influence that.
Castle's
Like when you
nice.
say like OKC, I think they got a better chance of staying together because they're seeing so much success early. But
Yeah,
then you look at like a Spurs or a Detroit where they're not seeing as much success early, then those guys are
but
going to dip.
you know
They about
why?
I'm
to though.
looking
They
at
about to
Houston.
though.
You
I'm
know
looking
why
at
though?
Houston too. Like,
You know why though? It's because they have OKC doesn't play off of a big man that sustain or keeps everyone static on the outside. They play outside ball, so it's easier for all those other guys to get off. Isaiah Joe, all those guys are getting off because SGA ain't selfish when it comes to shine. Wemby, we got to play off Wemby. Castle, Vassell, Johnson, y'all have a limited ceiling when it comes to what you can do on this team.
I don't see that.
They never gonna be able to get their shit off.
What, what's
right,
they?
which in
As long as
turn
they
means
keep
they won't
winning.
get paid.
Yes, they're not gonna get paid. That's why I say they're gonna break teams up early because those guys are gonna be looking like I'm in my third year and I'm still playing role player slasher ball.
But do you think that
That's
that's
the
just because
system
of
there.
how? But do you
That's
think
what I said. The
exactly? Do you think it's
system,
just
all the
right? So it
systems are
doesn't
set up
have
like
much
that.
to do
Right?
it has nothing to do with like their individual styles of play. It's like just
No.
because of Star, the
The
way
system works
Wemby
though.
needs to play.
Yep. Yep. So you can go to
It works for
OKC.
Wemby.
But you think about this: if Johnson Vassell or the other kid, Castle, goes to OKC, they would shine right away.
And what happens to that team when they shining right away?
They
They get
lose.
better. No, they get
No,
better. They
no,
get
they
better.
lose.
They get better.
No, they
All
don't. You
right,
take.
Shea's a max player, right?
Yep.
How much you gonna pay Jalen Williams when he's up? And then what are you gonna pay Chet when he's up? OKC is gonna fall because they can't afford their team because their team is too good, too young. So that means the fact that they're all playing well, they have to be paid. Somebody has to pay them, and OKC can't afford all of it.
So that mean they can't. That mean they can't grow together, right?
They can't grow together.
Unless they decide that they don't
Yeah.
want to get paid all that money.
So
Thank
you
you.
don't think
Yeah,
the
you're
Spurs
gonna
can
be
go
Jalen.
together?
So you're gonna be
So-
Jalen Williams and say, "Yeah, I'm worth 200 million, but I'm gonna take 50 so we can
No,
stay here."
no,
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't think
no.
it's gonna
but
be
Gil,
that
Gil, Gil,
dramatic.
And you're not gonna wait 4 years to say that to them. You're like, man, my
It's really
second
gonna
year, I'm
be
already
on.
like this.
It's gonna be on SGA. You
yeah.
saw what contract he's up
Yeah,
for.
he about to
I don't
get
know if
that
y'all saw that,
that
but
four for 294 or whatever that is. But Gil, do you see a world where they do something similar to the Knicks because they rock with each other so tough and to build this championship organization where guys start taking a little less bread and SGA need to be the leader of that move and say I'm gonna take a little bit less to keep the rest of this squad together?
No, because this is the youngest. This is the second youngest team in the league, which means they haven't hit their actual bag that secures them for life yet. So, like Chet, Jaden, they want their bag first,
Yep,
right?
yep, yep.
Brunson already had $100 million deal, right? So yeah, he can. Right, you got the guys who's taking pay cuts. They already had money to do it. These guys don't have money yet, so they gotta sign that deal, then go from there.
yeah, so
Yeah.
he
Right?
has
Even
Brunson got teammates that aren't gonna make.
like even Jalen Williams. I mean, Shay's he gonna sign his big bag. He ain't gonna say, "Yeah, let me take 100 to get everybody else paid." He gonna take his bag, and then Jalen, you sign him. If you fuck around, sign him too much, can you force Chet? Because Chet is gonna be talking about the same 200 million. So this team right now, they're good too early. You would rather be, winning 17, 18 games. Get them boys under contract and then turn it on. Like, this is what happened to OKC the first time. You got KD Max, right? You got Westbrook Maxing. And then Ibaka's like, well, I got to get paid first. They give him the money they can't afford James Harden.
Man,
This is crazy.
man.
They could have broke bread with James though. They were just being cheap.
But the
It's
point being is that we never allow these teams to grow into each other. I think that was the point I was trying to make to be like, yo, at some point we gotta look at the history of the league. When have we allowed players to grow and play together that haven't turned out to be dynasty type teams?
That's fair. So when you look at the back to the Spurs, you look at the Spurs this year. They have the potential to have 4 first-round picks, depending how things play out. So they own the Hornets pick, but that's top 14 protected. They own the Bulls pick, that's top 10 protected. They also own the Hawks first-round pick and their own first-round pick. Gil, you talked previously about waiting and seeing with Wemby before you go all in and trying to surround him with some star power. But seeing how this team is playing now, a lot of disgruntled stars around the league. Would you, if you're the Spurs, would you consider trying to bring in another star right now to help bolster this roster and really make a playoff push?
I mean, you're gonna trade these young guys for just a playoff push.
I'm saying you got draft capital right now. You got some pieces.
For a playoff push. Like think about what you're saying. I'm for not to take me over the top, just to make the playoffs.
And I would say even beyond just this season, if you can get some guys in there.
But Wemby's not ready. He's not ready. His game is not ready yet for just to be thrown in the playoffs to dominate the playoffs. Right? He's you know what I mean? He needs a real number two who is gonna be the complementary player for him. They need to identify who that is. Is that gonna be Castle? Is that gonna be what's the Vessel dude?
Devin Vassell.
Yeah, they got to try to figure out who is going to be his running mate. Then from there, you build your team, right? So going to get another superstar, and what if they don't mesh, right?
Can I ask you this, Gil? When they got Tim Duncan, who was the number two?
Tim Duncan or David Robinson.
Once David retired, who did they pick as their number two?
It was kind of Tony Parker. No, they had a big. Who was the big then?
They still had, Sean Elliott. They still had, a couple guys. But once Tony Parker came in, and even Ginobili, when they came in, the system allowed Tony to be second because the system's main priority was Tim Duncan. Get Tim, and if Tony knew how to cut off the right direction and he knew how to do a rescreen, you can become the second option because we can use you because we got a rescreen on Tim. They're going under. All right, what are we going to do now? I like that, but that system is so outdated that you don't have a second, third option. For a good player that you're asking to come in, like you need to go get somebody that can be a good two. In this system, it's never been, unless he's going to come off the bench like Ginobili. We haven't seen a good number two with the Spurs.
Yeah, see, the team was so solid. It was hard. It's hard. Who was the number two?
Yeah.
It had to be Tony Parker as a rook. No, it was was it still David Robinson?
When David retired.
When David Robinson, then it would have been, let me see, David Robinson averaging 14, 12, and 8. I think Tony Parker kicked in.
So if you go to that 03,
kicked in when David Robinson kind of retired.
You go to that 03 year when they won the chip.
So now before that, it would have been Tony Parker. So Tony Parker was the second option in 02, 03.
Yeah, and then Stack was taking 10 shots a game.
That was Bruce Bowen and them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got it. So the year before, when Tony Parker's rookie season, their second option was David Robinson. Third option was Steve Smith.
Yeah.
Right? And then Tony Parker the next year. And then 03, 04 would have been Tony Parker, Ginobili. Where's Stack 5?
He was gone.
He gone. But
he was gone that year.
The disparity, though,
he came back, though, huh?
Wait. Stack 5, right?
Damn, who was on that 04 team with the Spurs?
Yeah.
Was that me?
03, 04, Ginobili came in and he really emerged. He was taking the third most shots.
Nazi Muhammad? Was that Nazi Muhammad?
Yeah. Robert Ory, Ron Mercer. That Charlie Ward, Kevin Willis.
That Turkoglu.
Turkoglu?
It was
that was Young Turk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Young. Yeah. So they were just all solid players. So they never really had. Tony Parker's probably been the most consistent second option. Yeah, him and Ginobili.
Yeah. So it's hard for San Antonio to stay in this system and ask for another Tony Parker or another Ginobili in the league today to come to San Antonio.
You don't think Castle? You don't think Castle's that? For them?
Castle can become it. I think, like you're saying, you're asking him to be number two in a system that never really, it's asking you to do something. You got to either be a bench player coming off the bench, a two guard or a wing, or you being a point guard that know how to run this system like Chris Paul.
But it's not a system anymore because Wemby don't play like the last two bigs that were there, and they don't. So it's not the system. So.
But that's why it's fucked up. That's why I think it's fucked up because they don't know what system to implement because Pop only know one way. So seeing that Wemby don't play the way that he knows, they're in limbo right now. They're literally using the rest of the league as a metric of how they should let Wemby play.
No, but they knew that, drafted him.
They didn't know he was going to come in and shoot 10 threes a game.
Sure didn't.
Nah, they didn't.
Yeah, nearly half his shot attempts, 3-pointers. But back to the original point. So you don't see this team now trying to make a move to make a push this season. You need Wemby to get playoff experience. I'm not saying even make a playoff run, but you're right on the cusp of that right now. You could be a playoff team, seem like maybe one piece away to get him that experience now to help fast track, to help bring this Spurs back to being a championship organization.
I think they make the playoffs regardless.
Okay.
But think about the moves that they could make. What moves could you think about free agency and think about teams and availability? Like, who the hell could they really get?
Yeah. As I said, you don't want to throw away all these young pieces just
If
to get
CP
some.
was younger,
now
it
you
would
have
make sense.
nothing.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a world where you don't have to do that. You got a ton of draft capital. You got some moves that you can make that wouldn't require.
No, draft capital, draft those guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
You do got a big draft coming up this year.
Like Wemby's 21 now, right?
Yep.
Or 20.
21.
21. So they draft him maybe 22. Two of the picks is like in that 15 to 20.
Yeah, potentially.
Right?
They're protected, so there's a good chance that they don't get it. Like they aren't probably going to see the Hornets pick this year.
Yeah. So wait. Oh, so you don't wait. If the Hornets pick is 17, they get that, right?
Yeah, they would get it, but that is not happening.
So what ends up happening is that's where you can find the Dalton Connect. That's where you can find the Eden, right? You can find those 3-year, 4-year college players that are solid, ready to go right now, and they'll be the same age as Wemby. They'll be 22, 23.
So
and
Spurs
they'll be more mature.
Spurs own their own pick. They also own the Hawks pick, so they'll get the Hawks pick, which could potentially. You
don't need to go. Yeah, you don't need to go after a whole bunch of 19 and 18-year-olds right now. You can go after the 22, 23-year-olds because Wemby's going to be that age and let them all grow together now.
So let me ask you this. Do you take a chance by moving Vassell, Johnson, and Castle to go after somebody like Trae Young?
Nah.
I don't think so.
For Trae Young,
Yeah, maybe.
maybe
I like
for
Wemby.
Because you're gonna
only for
lose,
Trae
I
you're
Young.
love
gonna
Wemby
you're
and
gonna
Trae Young.
leave, you're gonna lose CP, right? But you're implementing the style of play that he knows a point guard should come in, and you should be thinking like CP. Who else in the league thinks like CP other than Trae Young?
Nah, I'm doing it. Yeah.
For Trae, for sure.
Trae's only 26. Yeah, I'm doing it.
You would make that move, Gil. So
Fuck yeah.
So you would get rid of those young guys to bring in somebody like Trae. And that was my point. Like there's potential options out there, and we're sure in the next couple weeks we'll see.
One option. Yeah.
I'll get rid of the San and San Antonio for Trae and Wemby.
Would you make a move like that for LaMelo?
Yes.
Okay, so there's more than one.
But
I don't know. That's a lot of three.
Hey, Gil, that doesn't make no sense in comparison to the Steph move. Because Charlotte's not getting nothing. Because Charlotte's not getting nothing from that.
Some draft picks.
No, they're getting Vassell, Johnson, Castle for fucking LaMelo Ball. That's not that's not a swap.
But throwing like 4 first-round picks with it.
You're talking about the Spurs on the Spurs side when I do it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying for the Spurs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not talking
Hornets. Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying that the Spurs, like, look, we got a chance to make these playoffs now. I can bring some talent in around Wemby.
But I'll take Trae. I'll take Trae first.
Yeah.
One, because he's more stable as a player.
Absolutely.
And
he's got playoff experience.
And he passes the ball. Like LaMelo is a freak with passing, right? He probably has more, like his passing ability is better. Trae passes the ball. Right? Do you understand that? Like, John Stockton and Magic, they both pass, but they're different passers. Right? I'll take Trae. Like, the fact that he's averaged 10 assists or 9 for all of his years, and he hasn't had a big like Wemby, that motherfucker might average 20 assists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Just give me them two, and you can have our Lakers squad. Like I feel better with the Vando and Black and Mild, Rui Shashamori, and I'll
Who is,
feel better
wait,
with the.
I
Yeah,
want
They
to
who
know
is
called him
who.
black?
Black
Yo,
Who
Black
is
and
who is
Black and
Mild.
Black
Mild?
Who is
and
Black and
Mild,
Mild,
bro?
Gil?
Who
Who
is
Who
is
is
Black
Black?
and
Black and
Mild?
Mild? I need to know that too.
The guy we just traded for.
Oh, Finney Smith.
Oh, that's his name. I don't know his
He
name yet.
said Finney Smith is black and mild. He said it just looked like he smoked black and mild.
And on that note,
Oh my
I was
God,
like,
Yo,
bro.
he
I
do
was
look like he smoked black and
That's
mild.
crazy because
like,
you know his name too. That's what makes it funnier. You know
I
who
was
that
like,
you know his name, but you called him Black and Mild.
I
You're
was like,
an
damn,
asshole.
we going to the Compton swap meet to get motherfucking players' names.
You are an asshole,
not even the
bro. You are
Slauson, Gil. Not
an
even the
asshole.
Slauson. Not even. We going to
Man.
Compton.
We got him from the Slauson swap meet. Goddamn. The Compton swap meet,
He said he
whatever.
got it from the Slauson Swamp Meet.
And on that note, a good place for us to wrap up today. Appreciate all y'all pulling up virtually to the arena.
Please don't kill me for that take, man.
Got some good news. Yeah, we'll be fine. You'll be fine. We've said wilder shit in the last 36 hours. But hopefully
I
we'll be
did
back
not
in
know.
your.
I was not prepared. I do take L's, though. I took an L. Okay, I take my L.
But we will be back in the arena hopefully soon. We're working on it right now, just seeing which way these winds blow, getting these fires under control. But appreciate everybody for rocking with us in the chat. Appreciate all y'all pulling up. Lexi, great to have
Let
you
me
back.
shout out to my boy Jadarian, man. He got a nutcracker for me, man. Hi, I'm Larry, and we got one for Gills Arena too, man.
We got
He
our own
made,
nutcrackers.
yeah. Let me see that, B.
Do
Let me
people
see
still
that real
crack
quick.
nuts?
Hey, whoa. Uh,
Wait, what is the significance of a nutcracker?
you know,
Wait,
like the
You put
Disney. You know what
you
I'm
put it in
saying?
there and they crack it for you?
Yeah, you
that's
know.
a real thing?
Yeah, nutcracker.
That was real? I didn't know that was a real thing.
It's a
I
whole
got you,
the
man.
nutcracker.
I got
Okay.
you, man. You know what I'm saying? He made one for me, one for you, for the
I gotta
arena,
take it.
man. Shout out to my guy Jadarian.
Shout out Jadarian for the
He makes
nutcrackers. No Diddy.
custom make them, custom make.
Okay.
That deserves a no Diddy. But we will be back with another episode of Gills Arena presented by Underdog. Whoop whoop.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoop, whoop.
We will see y'all tomorrow.